curious mind, scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep, an age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the key.
So, hey everybody. Real quick, I'm having a bit of problem. Can everybody just, like, real quick list all the officers to me? Because I feel like I'm having a brain hemorrhage here. Like, I have 14 or 15 of them. I have all their cards made. I'm going to list these off. You guys tell me who I'm missing. I have Vatna. I have Talali. I have Leo. I have Tobias. I have Katori. I have B positive. I have Gemini. I have blueberries.
See what I said? Alphabetical order.
It doesn't save in alphabetical order. I have Ceylon. I have Lore. I have Royce. I have Kay. I have Akhana. I have Nickel. Who am I missing?
I counted 13. You said 14 and 15?
Oh. That's so
Who
wild.
said that?
He was the first one. He was the first one, and I accidentally saved over him. That's what happened. Forgiveness from mostly Akhana and Cole. Yeah, that's because one of those was accidentally. Now I've published them. Okay, so you guys know how last year we put out the cards where if you get all of the officers, then you get to do something like you become a senior officer. I love how Royce did it. Same kind of thing, but I want bigger from it. Like making you a senior officer, those are clearly a thing that has happened because through play. Like at this point, like Cole would have got it in the end anyway. We know that because Cole is just like we killed him and he came back. It's like that senior officer material right there. But obviously, Leo became senior officer without that. So when you get all of those, I want to do a big world building thing with you. Me and Nika are gonna sit down with you and we're gonna talk about it. They're all legendary, and the other reason for that is whenever you draw one of those and it says a legendary has come up in the chat, I want to like do something. Every time I see that, like if you see legendary if you draw a legendary card, you tell me if the next roll is a 1 or a 20. Like I want that because I think it's cool. But also we added so if you get all 15 of those, great. And also they scrap down for the most gems I can make anything scrap down for. We have also got the new haircut card where Nika just like gives you a new haircut. Gary was asking for that, so there we go. And we have the 8-bit adventure card, which is just the retro cartridge card. Your character finds a cartridge in the world for an 8-bit game. You tell me what 8-bit game it is, and we will play a tabletop game based around that, starring your character. I'm very excited because I really do like the 8-bit games. Like I think they're fucking hilarious, and I'm looking forward to playing those. But anyway, back to today's game. Alright, so we are in Haven. This is after the fishing festival. Like some of you, a lot of you can still be there in the pepper mills because this is not a mission on the books. So a lot of you are probably still celebrating, and feasting off of sharks. I don't know if you were clearing your throat because you were eating shark. What is happening with my everything? Oh, thank you. Excellent. Sorry, everybody. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today. Alright. So back to the game. We are in Haven. We are going to introduce a new character. We are going to start today's game in the submarine. The only 4 people in the sub right now are the players. The rest of you are not on the sub at this moment. Just so get that out of the way real fast. You guys can get back on the sub, but they are cleaned it out for particular reasons. And I would like to introduce the players. So, we have Akhana, played by Akhana.
Hi.
Oh wait, have we told Akhana that she's senior officer Akhana? And that's why she's like first on the list there? Does Akhana know that she's senior officer? Probably not. Don't worry about it.
I know lots of things.
Do you know lots of things?
Usually.
We got Royce, played by Cole.
Good evening, everyone.
We got Kat, played by Stone Ghost.
Howdy.
And introducing Hazel, played by Tess or Savage Tess.
Hola.
So, today's game, we are down in, this is Haven. It is normally, during the day, the city kind of looks like this. It's a trading city. There's a lot of, merchants wandering around. Whole bunch of, hubbub might be the wrong word, but it might not be the wrong word. About you all. People are very interested in you as, a group. They are trying to trade for anything that they can. Multiple people have attempted to get onto the ship. Whenever, it does happen, they play it off, oh, no. I wasn't trying to get on there. I wasn't trying to go anywhere that I don't belong. But you guys, it has become more and more aggressive about it, Let me get all of our tokens on the screen here. Akhana, what, as as who you are, an officer, navigations officer, not a spy or anything, how would you go about getting information in a new city?
Approaches can mingle with town folk as they walk around, like community type areas, shops, parks, like vistas, sites, public arena type things. Or you could, like, diplomatically try to reach out to some personnel of the ruling class / governing body to, like, get an escort, like a guided tour, and they could give you all the, like, publicly known factual information. So that's what I would do officially.
Oh, absolutely. As Officer Akhana, you can definitely. I can get her right on thing. This is Silverfin. He is head of, and whenever they try to like put a label on it, it kind of like falls off pretty quickly. He's not a guard, but he gives you big guard energy, Mm-hmm. He kind of gives you KGB energy, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Him and his men, despite your artwork having a gun in your hand, are the only ones in the city that publicly display weapons.
Gotcha.
Like, they are basically billy clubs for, like, none of them have firearms displayed, but there is a certain way he carries himself that implies he has more weapons than just that.
Okay.
So he's just like, and this is where, and he's like, what? He's definitely like walking you around the merchant's quarters. He is keeping you, because who you are and what you are, you know that you are being penned in.
Mm-hmm.
He's not showing you the whole city. But you showed up to the city before the crew. Did you get a chance to see some of those parts of the city? Because that's fine if you did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So let's. This is actually gonna be a lot of fun, I think. Hazel, you are member of the crew, spy member of the crew. You've been a member for a bit, but like people don't know you. People don't recognize you right off the bat, like because you work directly for Akhana. Like she can send you out on missions, and you come back with information. And you have been assigned to search. Actually, Akhana, what would you have assigned Hazel to do to find information-wise in this city?
Definitely blend in. I would say, like, visit some shops, hit up a restaurant, people watch, take note if there are guard paths and patrols. If you see any, like, officials, if they're moving around, like, document when and where they're going, and if you can tell if they're holding anything. I would also keep an eye on the shadowy areas of the town and see if there are individuals or groups congregating in those areas. Find out if there's any hidden, like, pass-throughs or walkways or alleys to go from one side to another, or to essentially, like, workarounds or second routes or third routes out of an area. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hazel, you don't even have to roll. Like, you did. you found tons of secret passageways, and like more to the point, there are tons of passageways. Like, you know now by watching people that a lot of the merchants, like vendor boxes and stuff, that like they have false bottoms, and there is a thriving black market all over Haven. And not only is it a thriving black market, oh, you tell me what they have found if you're comfortable with that. I know it's like your first time playing it, but if you're comfortable telling me what you found they are selling at these black markets, nothing taboo though, nothing, no slavery, and no selling, like no abusing animals. Everything else is on board though.
Oh, okay. So what Hazel would have found is perhaps different kinds of narcotic type of devices where like they can enhance certain abilities they may have, so strength, maybe some ways to boost magic where those people who don't get to use it might be trying to delve into a miracle drug, but all it's really doing is getting them addicted and addled.
Oh, sick. All right. Do love that. Okay, so we got some like drug dealing black market situation. Okay. Yeah. And so we know that there are tons of back streets through this town. Oh, also sorry, somebody, I think it was Flynn, asked me about, is there nighttime in Haven? There is. Inside of each of the bubbles, they have their own day-night cycle, and the sky is ridiculous because the dome sky seems real in every way that you know how to detect like what a real sky looks like. I don't know how you would test it or how you would go up, but you could go up almost you go up forever. You would just run into the atmosphere higher than it looks like the bubble is. You know what I mean? Like if
like
you don't
from
go
the
through
outside?
from the outside, if you don't go through the door, you just don't get in. And like you can't get out that way.
You're saying there's only an in to this place, not an out?
There's an in and an out, but like you have to use the door. Like that to get out, use the door. Like the doors aren't like completely guarded. There are multiples of them in case of emergency and fire. There's at least 3 exits.
That's good to know.
So while you two are having this conversation, like going over spy stuff, Kat and Royce, you two are back at the sub currently.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an intruder alarm going off. Like, not like, I don't think it's like a huge red flashing light situation, because I don't know why you would warn your intruders that you know they're there.
So somebody snuck onto the ship.
Do we have any, does our readout here have any way showing roughly where they may have come in from?
Oh, I imagine it would. How? Okay, yeah, it definitely does. How did they get in?
Some has porthole windows, doesn't it?
It does have special windows that arms and stuff can get through, but water does not.
Well, it's either through an open door or the cargo hold.
Oh, absolutely. We just finished with both helping alkali with killing some very large animals.
Mhm.
And also, we had where we found all those bombs and stuff, and like Leo was picking apart the stuff. What do we have in the cargo hold right now?
Oh dear.
Mhm.
Like, and obviously we brought things to explore and trade with the Celestial Sea. So what's down there?
Well, if we're trying to set up trade, I'm sure we'd have something, at least a portion of something that the thimble offers from everywhere. So probably some silver, all the normal craft goods that we are able to make, that sort of thing. I guess at this point, there's probably pieces of bombs in there, not like fully made or anything, but deconstructed pieces.
Maybe a motorcycle or two to show off to sell.
Yeah, just not mine.
Just cuts to Akhana driving her motorcycle around Haven.
Love it.
I respect it.
Quiet, like,
Motorcycles are the most sneaky of vehicles we have learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I'm. So yeah, they came in through like underwater and got onto. They are in your cargo hold. The last time you saw them, like you see them there, but I don't think we have the technology to track where they are at all moments.
I guess
But yeah.
we're
Go
able to
ahead.
seal off sections of the ship.
Yeah, you definitely can. We installed those as upgrades.
So the obvious choice would be to seal off all the sections I don't think they'd be able to want. We don't want them getting into, and then going down through the ship to find them.
Yes.
All personal, like.
We are in Haven, but we're on our ship, so do we have access to our weapons?
Your weapons would be on you. Like
Okay.
they are locked up in the ship. Like
I've always
You
got
guys
my guns
can't-
on me.
Good
kisses
point.
his fucking biceps.
I have a question.
For sure.
Spies do have tracker as an ability. It's a device that allows you to track something. So if we wanted, I don't know if we would have thought ahead to track any of that,
I don't.
but it is possible.
I
The
do
tracker is
not
linked to a
have
magic
tracker.
compass that shows the direction the tag is in. The arrow on the compass is black. It turns gold when the tag is in your scene and begins to vibrate softly.
Okay.
But I don't know if
Akhana.
we would have thought of it.
Are you suggesting, and like if I'm taking too much liberty with what you just said, are you saying that we put a tracker in one of the items on purpose for it to be stolen? Or did we
I'm-
just put trackers in everything in case anything is stolen?
I mean, I can think of it both ways. If it's something that we wanted to see how and where it trades hands, but we could have done that. I don't think of everything that we were going to offer them. We were just going to sell it to them or trade it for goods. But I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if there was an intelligence angle to like why would we track the movement of silver? We produce it, we have it in abundance.
I mean,
but the bikes, maybe.
The bikes, maybe. Also, and like I hate to harp on it all the time, but we do know people want null metal. A specific group
Oh, yeah.
of people are looking
Mhm.
to collect null metal.
Yeah, I would have tracked that for sure.
It's me. I'm one of those people.
Yeah. Royce, I got my eyes on you all the time.
You're not allowed into my workshop. There's things down there nobody needs to see.
Our smell.
That's fair.
I'm scared of whatever the hell like Royce is gonna do halfway through the season. By the way, like
I'm scared what you're gonna do
absolutely
today.
terrified.
Hey, I've sent you a message about thoughts.
Yeah, I have been thinking on that. Welcome to today's game. So yeah, you guys get down here and it you see two things immediately. There is some water coming in But like that danger thing has not gone off. Like you were not alerted to that. You see the door is not wide open, but it was opened. Like on your way down, I think you guys would have heard like felt like a thud as like somebody's moving around, like down there, and they're trying to like blow a hole in the side of your ship. Like they got what they came for.
So they're still down here, just trying to get out now.
Yeah. Roll me a 20-sider. Both Cat and Royce, roll me a 20-sider.
I can do that. That's
Nice.
definitely a 1.
Bro. There you go.
But we're gonna take that 1. I can't blow up the ship.
I've become blind.
Oh man, does anybody got it in 1 card? That'd be really funny. Make this entire game a lot harder for everybody. Like,
Please
just
don't.
really hurt Hazel on her first outing.
No.
Welcome to a game with Royce.
And if you think blowing up the sub sounds outlandish, we've probably done it. No, we definitely have done it at least 3 times.
We have been very rude to this sub over the years.
It'll come back better.
And every time it's been
Well,
blown
it has
up,
a salvage title, doesn't it?
I haven't been on it.
That's fair.
No, we're not blowing up the sub. But so how did Royce? This person gets away from you completely.
I'm losing my
But-
edge.
As you guys are running down, I think you see who stole this. By the way, I'm gonna show you that, but you can't stop them. This guy's name is Trogl.
This fucking guy. I remember this asshole.
He has the Seam Ripper. That is his weapon. That is who he is.
Yeah, I copied him.
Yeah, you did copy it. Badly, but you did copy it. He is basically using it as a can opener on the sub. Like, yeah, it can cut reality, but it can cut other things too. And he is just like can opening up the sub. And like as you guys like get into the room to like stop him, or like however you like stop or yell or go to punch him or something, you guys just get cold cocked right. Royce usually get cold cocked right in the face by a giant tentacle.
Ugh. Little thing pops up in the top right of the screen that says Royce will remember that.
At this time, oh yeah, go ahead, Cat. What do you do to try to stop him? You see massive tentacles like sprouting out of nothing. 1 second, I will get you a token for it. Like, literally, there's the air. There's no hole or anything that you can see. But then suddenly there's a tentacle.
Let's see. Big tentacle. I've got my sword on me, so I can at least keep the tentacle at bay. I'm gonna look around the room to see if there's anything that I can pick up and like chunk at the guy who's running away, to at least try and hit him.
Yeah, all you guys' supplies are down here. I bet some of your like backup weapons and stuff is down here. There's a lot of fishing supplies here also.
We can catch ourselves some squid, it seems.
Royce just like eyes dazed after getting smacked and upside the head by the giant tentacle. It's just like, I could fish.
I could go for a fish.
Some of. let's see. To try and do anything about him, we got to do something with the tentacle. I'm assuming.
Oh, you could just try to like dodge around and like get a hit on him. He's going to escape, but he can escape limping.
Oh yeah. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna use bricolage, my ability. It says skills of improvisation are unparalleled. When you're in a room with everyday objects here to your disposal, you may hastily craft one of the following: a poison. Let's see. One of the following items: tripwire, poison trap, or a periscope.
You. Yeah, which one are you making? Is it a poison trap?
Yeah, I want to do a poison trap.
Note to self: do not make cat angry. We'll get poison trap in leg.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll carry the 17 into that. Unless you wanted to roll again.
I'm good with the 17 for that one.
All right. So, what's it look like? What did Cat grab?
I happen to remember I think it was 3 vials of poison that I got from a certain underwater princess on me.
Oh shit! All right. So yeah, what's the trap look like then?
I'm gonna. Oh, that's a good question. Did we say what he stole?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. You can see him leaving with the null metal. That he is trying to that one has got already out. That one has escaped. Then he also he has the silver, a crate of bars of silver, but he is being very delicate with that one. I think that is the only reason he's still here, is he's being super careful about moving the box of silver. Despite the fact that this man is incredibly strong.
It's silver, you say?
As I'm going to take the poison and pour it onto. You said we've got some swords and knives and stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna grab a knife from somewhere, pour the poison on it, and throw it at him.
Nice.
As he's trying to pull the silver as carefully as he can.
Yeah, while he's trying to wrestle with the silver.
The knife just sinks right into his shoulder. What does this poison do?
Well, he's gonna get away, so it'll confuse him long enough for him to drop. What do you think is more important to him? The silver? Probably the silver.
The silver is pretty important to him. The most important thing that he has is his seam ripper, but it's sheathed right now. I think we would need at least a 20 to take that from him.
I'm gonna make him drop the silver so he can't get everything he wants.
Absolutely. The poison makes him lightheaded, and he moves around and accidentally grabs a silver bar, and you guys just see it bursts into flames around his hand. It is prismatic in its coloring. The fire is.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's in.
I'm gonna start writing notes.
I think it's if you guys ever had those pouches of stuff that you can throw into fire and the flames shift colors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's that.
Like phosphorus or something?
Yeah, it's like phosphorus and like sometimes it's like dark blues.
Copper burns green, I think.
You use chloride for blue. Copper chloride makes blue. Copper sulfate makes turquoise. You can use borax to make light green flames.
You can also drink borax. It apparently cures COVID.
I mean, there's a lot of
That
things
is a
that
lie.
cure it.
That is a lie. We play a fictional game. Don't you dare listen to me.
But you have to have a Tide Pod chaser with that.
Did you know if you drink bleach, you can drink it at least once?
It's one hell of a
Yeah.
cocktail.
Everything is edible. Once.
Once.
It's fucking nightmare scenarios. Don't listen to me. I am not an authority on anything. Also, the second that he touches that silver, Royce, the portal thing where that tentacle is coming from, cuts out and slices it clean off.
Oh man, it's just like what I did to that giant red cap way back then.
And like Trogl, like that's his name, looks at you guys and he's just like holds his like chest and like falls backwards into the water, like out the hole as the silver plugs the hole. Akhana and Hazel, you are currently getting alerts from the sub that it both appears to be taking on water and had an intruder, also a hull breach.
Yeah, it looks like they need some help. I want to try to skedaddle quickly. So if we know a path that we can take, but also want you to watch our 6 as we exit, just in case. Hazel.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so basically we're gonna have to go down an alleyway and then take 2 lefts and a right before we're back to where we're at somewhat safely.
Brilliant. I'm so happy you did this info ahead of time. And I'm run full speed in the direction that she said.
Hazel, can I get a 20-sider from you? This is not whether or not that information is correct, because you described that information. You are right. You guys are getting there in record time. I just want to see just how well you, if you beat Trogl.
Come on, we gotta make it.
Did it not
It
work?
is slash roll, or you can there's a
Is there a
on your left side there'll be a 20-sided die thing over there you can click, and you can just click the click the d20 and it'll come up.
Yay!
That was me
Ooh.
rolling. That one was me. That one was me. Don't worry about
Oh.
it, guys. That was me making sure what I was telling her was right.
Oh,
That
I'll
is
take a
much better. 15 for
yay.
sure. Yeah, so God, what's it look like when you guys meet up with Alright, Akhana, this is what you guys are gonna see. You make it to the docks in amazing time, by the way. Just fucking leaping through the streets. Not guns out, because obviously you don't have your guns. But you guys get to the
I
sub.
have mine, but my cloak conceals them.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So Akhana is doing that.
I have
Alright,
strap. Most spies take it.
I'm not saying that you are not perfectly hiding your weapon. All I'm saying is Akhana is ignoring that law.
I am carefully respectful of it by not displaying my weapons.
Absolutely. Akhana, you see a man at the other end of the dock, coming out of the water. Man might be a strong word for Trogl. Creature.
Okay.
They exist. He goes by he, but who knows? Not just you don't even know if he exists. But he is dragging your null metal box out of the water, and he looks up and sees you two. This isn't your sub is sinking. Right, the sub is sinking a little bit right now. But this guy has your shit.
Mm-hmm. So I have a technical question. I want to use Featherhook. It says it gently glides itself upward. So I guess that's a problem because I don't want it to go up. I want to throw it at the crate. But it does say until it reaches a ledge and attaches.
I mean, upward, that's all relative, right? We can aim forward with a
Forward?
grappling hook.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to use Featherhook to try to latch onto the crate. And it says it'll pull me to it, which is fine as well. I just want to get to that crate.
Somebody used hooray. Thank
Oh,
you,
no.
Cole.
Oh,
no, hooray is
no.
great. Hooray is the
Oh.
opposite. Hooray is the
thank God.
opposite of oops.
Oops, okay.
So,
But Cole has blown things up with a cart before, so.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not.
all right. So somehow, in the downstairs, like inside the sub, Royce is just fixing it like immediately, like it's nothing. Because hooray
With a
fixes
fleet of
things.
wrenches.
So just fuck. In my head, I'm picturing Toph metal bending for the first time. You remember
Oh,
that
wow.
scene? But
Mhm,
just like in
yeah.
reverse.
I'm grumbling the entire time. They just keep breaking it. They just keep poking holes in the ship. Just making it say, you can't fix it so many times.
Yeah, with that, I'm just gonna say you guys don't lose anything else. Like the only thing missing from storage is the null metal.
Oh, I thought you said
That-
the crate he had was was that the silver crate?
Silver crate is one he dropped.
The silver crate's the one he dropped. He is currently carrying the null metal crate. You are firing
Oh.
at the null metal crate right now.
Yes. But not
Yeah,
like
go-
firing anything explosive at it. Just want to try to grab it.
Yeah, which is Batmaning it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you do know that this is a huge crate of metal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he is like
I want to knock it out of his hands, essentially.
Please don't roll a 1, or if you do it, it's going to be the funniest thing.
Well, let's see if I'm funny today. Oh, God.
That's a 5.
I can help that.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, it's on a different sheet. Hold on.
No, you can. You can just tell me what you're gonna do, and we'll just do it because I trust you.
I'm just making sure I have the card. Stalling for time.
Or if you don't like, if you just want to reroll, like Hazel, you can tell us how you help, and then roll, and then we see how that goes.
Roughly how tall is this guy?
I had a picture.
Trogl is right now he's about 6.5 feet tall. He has on his back, like, have you seen seam rippers, like for like leathercraft and stuff?
Yeah.
If the Buster Sword was a seam ripper, he has on his back.
So basically, this guy's already poisoned still.
Yeah, he's got a dagger in his shoulder. He is definitely favoring one of his arms. He's favoring the other arm.
Be like, why not just trip him up? Because he's not going to have his balance. So Hazel's really small, and since she's a squirrel, she's pretty fast. So why not she try to get underfoot to try to trip him up a bit, because she's fluffy and soft. Maybe she can tickle him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can go with tickling, or we can go with like violence. Either one is fine with
I
me.
think I'm going to go with the tickling.
All right, absolutely. We know who Hazel is. A
Smooth
tickler.
moves. Nice.
Nice. 18, absolutely. So he falls back. Akhana, hit me with that reroll as he drops the box. Like he was about to drop it into the sea.
A little bit better.
Yeah, nine's good. Like, so we have a tough choice here, Akhana. I'm gonna say that your choice is you have to, like, you're about to lose this crate into the water, like, and it's about to sink into the celestial sea. A crate of null metal, mind you. You guys brought it here because there were people interested in it. Like, I'm not saying that you guys are like bringing things that nobody's asking for. Miss Keynote is definitely interested in null metal, so she would like to set up just experiments with it. This isn't like a huge box, I don't think. I don't think it's like massive, but it is any amount. Hazel, for you, null metal is basically no magic, and it is made of when you remove all spirits, all magic from an item. It can be a tree, it can be fish. It has been fish in the past that you can make null metal out of. It all becomes the same thing when you remove every trace of magic, every trace of spirits from something. It becomes null metal.
Okay.
And so you can either, like, you hook this thing and get this perfectly, and you can then pull in, and you've saved the null metal, but it's heavy enough that you still need to like concentrate on like pulling this thing up out of the water. And you are not going to be able to help Hazel as Trogl is about to like take a swing at her to make his escape. He's still trying to get away, but you just saw how strong he is. He is going to attack your subordinate. Like, we don't know if it's going to be a complete success. He's going to have to roll. Your other choice is you can hook him and you pin him down, but we will have dropped null metal into the Celestial Sea.
I was thinking, okay. Do we know what the effect, like the Celestial Sea waters are different? I think we've surmised that than actual like regular water.
Right.
So I don't know if we studied the effect of Celestial Sea water on null metal, like if there's a time limit on like you can take it out and it didn't do any damage or not much, like seepage, I guess, or just being in contact with it. So, but I was thinking I'd rather obviously interpose in front of Hazel to get to him. I'd rather hook him and let it go and then try to scuba for it, because we have rebreathers that could go down and try to grab it. But yeah, I have to step in.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's very fun. So, Hazel, you tickle Trogl, and he like lets go of the box, and it just falls into the ocean. And with your hook, like it hits him.
Oh no!
And,
okay.
It's because it has to. We have to lose one of them. Or like right before this, like yeah, your hook attack's going out for it. He pulls his seam ripper at a speed that's like crazy. This dude looks like he's dressed as a nun. And he's like, but all of a sudden he just swings this, and like, you know, I'm gonna reference everything today, I guess. That one scene in One Punch Man, if you guys have seen it, it's been memed to hell. Like the fist is coming at the one character, and it's just death. We know that this is death. Like this weapon in this person's hand swinging down at you, like this man doesn't just intend to kill you, they intend to rip you out of reality.
Yeah, absolutely not on my watch.
And then the feather hook wraps around his hand.
Fantastic.
Hazel, you've got this character like about to swing down on you. You have a quick second as Akhana's like feather hook has wrapped around his hands and like bound him slightly. He is poisoned. He is next to a canal. He is slightly wrapped up. What does Hazel do?
Let me think. I think she's going to be brazen enough to go for his face and scratch his eyes out.
I love that.
Give me that 20-sider.
It's so metal. Ooh.
Oh. Okay. All right. So you go for his eyes, and like, Akhana, you rip his arm off completely. Like he holds the sword he holds the seam ripper with one hand, and like lets his arm go with the other, and you hear it ripping like a page has been ripped out of a book. Like a very specific. There's a very specific texture I'm looking to describe here, and I might be one of the most niche things I've ever explained. Have you ever found a newspaper that was on the edge of crumbling?
Yeah.
Like it was so old that it's like finding an old newspaper and ripping the page. That's what it sounds like as you take his arm, and like it punches you in the face.
Gosh.
Didn't hurt, but okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like really painful, but startling. As he doesn't hit you with the seam ripper. Like we're fine there. He does backhand Hazel, and he looks into the water after like where the box went. And like you guys both, like there was a moment where he does the thing where he's backing off, like pointing at his sword at you guys, and then he just makes a run for it. He is like dashing into the streets.
I want to get that seam ripper.
Are you chasing him through the streets?
That'd be a bad look. But he's taking a weapon into the streets. Is that
He
what you're
is
saying?
he is most certainly taking
Like
a
out
weapon
in
through
the
the
wild.
streets. Yeah.
or
What's to
out in the
stop-
public?
What's to stop her from using her means of communicating with the authorities if she was escorted by somebody?
Yeah,
Earlier.
Yeah. Can I alert the guard?
Just be a
KGB
dick.
guy? Yeah.
Let's go KGB with this.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna send an alert to him.
Describe Trogl to me.
Oh, okay.
Describe Trogl to Silverfin.
Let's see. Yellow beady eyes, sharp, sharp, crowded teeth, thin lips, fish lips, tiny hands, nun costume with pointed sideways ears, and definitely holding a weapon. Attacked us, stole our stuff, and is running into your city right now. Best I can do.
You hear Silverfin be like, yeah, absolutely. And you guys all start hearing, I think like people are basically like blowing like conches all around, like, but they are reverberating with a feeling of, and inside the sub, Cat and Royce, you definitely get this feeling too. The sub reverberates close to it. Like all the silver in the sub is definitely like shaking at such a thing as you all know that there is something wrong. Like everybody in this city knows that something's wrong, and everybody got an impression in their head of Trogl based on the description that Akhana gave Silverfin.
Oh, no.
It's just like everybody's on the
Launch
lookout.
Amber Alert.
Right?
I didn't
It's a
know that.
massive,
I
like-
just wanted to tell the dude.
Somebody's in the town with a weapon attacking and stealing. That cannot be done. But they're all on your side.
I
Just-
know. I feel like I've done maybe undue harm to the like whole place, and I just wanted to alert the one guy to like forgive us, to give us backup. So diplomatically, I feel a little, I don't know, a little bad for that. Like, sorry, everyone.
Don't feel bad. Justice is about to be served.
You're right.
So I'm gonna grab Cat and Royce because Royce, how did you fix the sub?
Well, he dropped the whole thing of silver, so I just kind of magicked
Of course.
the whole.
My bad. I forget that Royce can just whistle and make silver move as he wants it to.
Yeah, man, that's my whole thing.
It is kind of your jam. Alright, so let me shrink you guys down to like the correct size.
At least as far as a temporary repair, it'll work.
So Trogl is going.
I was still trying to figure out why he ripped a hole in the sub when he had the hatch open.
I don't think the hatch was going to be big enough to get the boxes out. Is
Okay.
how I was thinking it.
I see.
Also, we probably closed all the hatches
Oh yeah.
before coming down, so.
So Silverfin has shown up in his best noir detective outfit. Like he just comes running up. He's just like, all right. So we got a description. What did he steal? What's missing? We take thievery very seriously here in Haven.
Are all of us there now?
Yeah, all of you guys can be outside the submarine.
I think, Kat, you saw what he took, right? Besides the silver.
Yeah, he had a big box of metal.
All right, box of metal.
I don't know if
Yeah, I accidentally knocked that box into the water, so we have to kind of scoop to get it. We did recover it, it just is in the water.
He nods. He's like, okay, do you have any enemies in the neighborhood? Anybody that would want to hurt you?
Define neighborhood.
Yeah.
Uh,
But also, we just got here.
We don't
Which
even
is-
go here.
I know. we are new visitors.
He's just like, it is strange. He's just like, something. Do you know this person from before?
They are a instigator of problems.
He nods, and would you say that this instigator of problems, would they be in cahoots with anybody locally? Perhaps a known black marketer that we're looking to bring up on charges? Would you say that it seems like it's possible that they would be working with them?
I would say that if it aligns with what they need, they quite possibly could be.
Excellent. He circles a name at the top of his page. And he's just like, is the metal dangerous to the water?
That is currently unknown.
I'm gonna do some quick maths in my brain. Yes and no. If the boxes, which I assume it is, if the water is magical, it will slowly start to seep magic away from it, in a sense.
Well, that doesn't seem good.
No. So we really should retrieve that before.
Oh shit, I'm on the wrong map this whole fucking time. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh no.
I
You guys
was,
are- you
I
guys are
was just
fucking in it.
rolling with it,
Here, I'm sorry.
Mind Palace. We're good.
But yes, retrieving that box would be utmost priority for all parties involved.
Sylphin's just like, absolutely. We'll keep an eye out for your suspect. I'll hit some. I'll bust some heads, and find some people that might know about this fella.
Good.
And he's just like, but you've got this under control. Let us know if you need anything.
Yeah, we should be fine. I don't see any other issues arising currently.
He's just like, he nods. He's like, tonight's a great night. Doing my job. And he's just like, he's very excited to be doing police work.
Is there just an arm somewhere out here now?
Yeah, there is an arm on the
If it's
on
not
the top of
gross,
the
you should
sub.
grab it.
It's connected to Akhana's feather hook.
Oh, that's right.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Akhana, could you reel that in?
Yeah, absolutely. I brushed up on my fishing skills yesterday, so it's all good.
I might need that for experiments.
I also hope to get it for actual identification.
Oh, for sure.
And then get their full history, who they know, who they don't know, all that good stuff. Who they know and what they know, actually. I don't care who they don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to bring it in and, I don't know, find a cloth or something, wrap it all up, and put it in the sub.
I assume that we have, like, baggies and stuff for, like, these kind of things.
Samples. Sample baggies.
Yeah, for, like, samples. I'm not gonna
That's
guarantee.
a hefty trash bag for that thing. Yeah, it's like
Right? It's one of those
We can't get
3-gallon
that-
Ziplocs.
we can't get that confused with actual trash.
Here, I have this specimen jar. Place it in here.
Fantastic.
So I have a question. So with this
Absolutely.
with the assailant now injured, would it be in a spy's best interest to see if they could figure out where they're getting treatment?
That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel's just gonna take off into the city to try to, like, locate. Wait, do you know about, like, doctors and clinics in the
She
town?
would know about the shady ones because she was
Yeah,
given
the
the
black
task
market.
about finding the things at the black market. So all she would have to do is kind of follow around what leads she's probably bribed to give her information. And plus, it's a person who's probably bleeding out, so she can probably follow the blood to an extent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Was visiting the doctors a lot more than I expected to in the last couple games. Alright, yeah, so you will head out into the city and we will find you some shady doctors. Who's on metal cleanup crew and who's on locate injured guy crew?
I would like to clean up the metal.
I'd like to give Kat the option if you want to go with Hazel to track, and I can try to help Royce.
Now, you don't all have to be with me, but it would be in your best interest to have at least one person here so I don't just destroy half the city.
Or blow up the sub, right?
I'll give it
I
a. I'll
wouldn't
give
blow up
a-
the sub.
Sorry, Bart. I'll get these words out eventually. I'll help Hazel. I'll
Absolutely.
give it a shot.
Alright, so Akhana, give me a 20-sider for just a cursory glance over the arm.
All right.
And this
It's
isn't
just
like-
an arm. It's his arm.
You rolled a 1?
Don't act surprised, Alan.
That's a foot.
Sorry, I'm just.
It's a foot.
It's just literally
It
a
took me a
foot.
whole minute to what? No, I know it's his arm. I'm the one who pulled it off of him.
No, it's just like, you know what? Even though that's a catastrophe, I'm not gonna, like, punish you for that. I think you just don't notice anything. And
Mhm.
I am not punish you is strong because it is a catastrophe. Just nothing's exploding. We don't lose the arm. Like you
We
put
did wrap it up and bag it.
you put it in a bag. Like you put it
Did.
in a bag. We know
And then it's
that's
somewhere.
there. It's just like all that happens is you didn't notice anything. You didn't learn anything from that moment.
No, it's just an arm.
Just an arm. It's just like it's weird that it came out like that. It's like, wow, you're not bleeding a lot. Nah. Arms don't actually bleed when you rip them off. Okay.
Arm service.
I buy that.
So, Cat and oh here, let's go to this one. I do have more nighttime scenes. Cat and Hazel. Both roll me 20-siders real quick.
Oof.
Nat 20 from
Nice.
Cat though. Alright. So Cat, you start to notice things. There was blood. There was a blood trail for a little while, but then it has faded significantly. It does seem like whoever the guy running away, we know it's Trogl because we've seen him. I don't know if we've ever met it, like known his name, but as you guys are chasing him, he is in a hurry and obviously very woozy. You can see the effects of the poison, and then you see tire tracks leading out of town. What kind of vehicle was here? Like anything up to 1930s, like you can go a little like steampunk or anything like that, but it can be a car, motorcycle, truck. What did he drive away? Wagon, cart?
Probably going to be a truck, something big enough for him to fit in.
Absolutely. So yeah, there was just a delivery truck here at one point in time, and now you can see the tracks like heading out of town. Hazel, you know there is one doctor, one shady doctor, that operates at the edge of town, like outside the bubble, but on land. Who is that man? Or doctor, not man. Could be anything.
Oh. It's a doctor that Hazel has been kind of tracking on the side. Goes to a certain speakeasy in town. And he's actually feline in looks. But his name has not come out entirely. They simply just call him the Midnight Doctor.
The Midnight Doctor. All right. Absolutely. So yeah, Trogl is definitely fleeing in the direction of the Midnight Doctor. Like, and in a hurry. You guys can see the wreckage that of like knocked over stands and obviously trash cans knocked over from the truck just peeling out of town. Like he's got a decent lead on you right now, but you know exactly where he's going. Like, so what's the plan? Do you want to meet him where he's going, or do you want to like get the motorcycles and chase?
I think it's best to meet him where he's going so we can case the place first and then decide how we want to go about getting to our man, but also letting the others know exactly where we're going in case things go wrong.
Absolutely. See, just thinking ahead. All right, Akhana and Royce. Oh, sorry. You, Cat and Hazel. So, are you sneaking through the city right now, just following through, or are you
Taking some
guys
of the
trying to
quick
stay
routes,
up?
like because of Hazel knowing the routes of the city, she's taking Cat through the most expeditious way. Still kind of looking like they're part of the crowd, but not looking like they're any super rush, so they don't arise any suspicions after the alert that had gone out.
Cat, with your 20, and Hazel looking out for exactly that, like, you do see somebody that, like, looks shady, and, like, they are currently pulling what looks like a seashell, but, Hazel, you spent enough time here to know that this is a communicator, like, that the local gangs used, like, local groups use to communicate with each other, and he is, like, looking right at you, in reporting your act. He's about to report your actions to somebody.
Hmm. That doesn't look good. Do I need to do something about that, or?
Well, it looks like
Hmm.
if you're noticing it, so we have to either pounce him, interrogate him, or potentially lose him.
Oh yeah. So he knows where we're going. So, you know the back ways around the city. If I use that, if I use that feather hook like Akhana used earlier, can we go up? Can we go up above? To get out of his
Absolutely.
sight?
I fully support Spy Team Batman.
Cool. I'm gonna use my feather hook, and we're gonna go up to the roofs just to get out of his sight.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I love it. So, Hazel, do you have the feather hook ability? Or, it's like, are you just grabbing onto Cat and going for a ride?
I'm gonna grab on the cat for a ride.
Okay. Nice. So just swinging through, and you see that there's definitely a moment where the person like snaps his head, and like you guys can see as you're above him, he's looking around for you, but you've completely shook this dude. You would, Cat, also a little bit more for the 20. That guy that was reporting your activities was somebody that the crew met earlier. His name is Nubbles.
No. Was he part of the city crew, or?
He was the guards assigned to the him and his brother he's Nubbles, his brother is Bundles.
Gotcha.
They were assigned to guard you guys and like limit where you can go.
So I wonder who he's about to report to. I wonder if I can. I almost want to throw a listening device on it, but I don't have a way to actually pick up the audio.
You guys got your communicators.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How are you gonna sneak a how are you gonna sneak a listening device on him real quick?
Almost just want to kind of throw it at him to he'll hit where he just kind of like sees it fall and picks it up and puts it in his pocket because he doesn't know what it is.
All right, a little. What does it look like then?
Oh, it's a gem.
Oh, okay. Absolutely, yeah. He's like, oh. Looks over, picks it up, and looks like. He's like, oh, this is neat. Oh,
Piece of candy.
Oh, piece of candy. Oh my, no, wait. No, I don't think he thinks it's a piece of candy.
Does 18 lick? I have to know.
He let Nubbles looks back and forth, makes sure nobody's like looking at him, and he's like, gives it little fish licks.
I mean, fish
Anyway,
eat gravel and
seamless.
spit it back out.
Makes note.
He definitely puts it in his mouth, and then spits it back at. Nope. Coming out of Cat's communicator right now, only quiet enough that like you'd have to be like held by Cat right now to hear it, is just like this fish is the inside of this fish's mouth.
Huh.
That's disturbing.
The old
It's
spit shine.
Got you two off doing Batman and Robin shit. I did not think that Haven was the city that I was gonna want to play a game of the TTRPG Masks, the superhero game, but now it's the only thing I can think of. That's all I want to do now is just like have I just want Hazel and Cat as Batman and Robin, and I don't care which one is which. And I think it's fair to just constantly be shifting, but that's what I want. Anyway, sorry everybody, I got in my own head. How are we fishing this box up, Royce and Akhana? I mean, to be fair, it does have a tracker on it.
How deep?
Yeah, that's my question.
How deep are like the docks at waterfront cities?
Not super deep.
5,
Yeah,
10,
see, that-
10, 15 feet?
Deep enough for a sub.
Yeah.
So yeah, since this can have like a sub, and sometimes like, Royce, I need to tell you, the other day when you were here, a giant catfish just rolled up and like stuck its tongue out, and a bunch of people walked out of it.
Oh, I understand.
That is,
It's a normal thing.
yeah, that is just day to day at this place.
Yeah.
So I would say, I don't know, 40 feet deep water. Does that seem fine?
Sure.
It's really deep from like steps up to like walkway. Watch out for that last step.
Fine.
Or
No,
just, like, drop.
they just keep going. They go all the way.
Oh, we can use them to our advantage then.
Yeah, I mean, if you're heavy enough to walk on them, then yeah, absolutely. Walk your way down.
Well, I could swim my way down, but use the steps as like a guide, so I don't like swim somewhere else. I mean, how long would my rebreather last? And how long would it
It'd
take
probably
to
be
swim 40
fine.
feet? Yeah.
I just dunk myself in the water and just sink all the way down.
Okay, just
I want to go
I didn't even-
halfway to try to relay this box.
yeah, for sure. You know what? Like, based on how we just described this, like, you two have no problems. Like, you both can swim.
Yeah.
After this long, I sure hope I can.
I've been in the water quite a bit. We're good.
We have the rebreathers. You guys swim. Okay, you have a tracker on the box. Nobody else is here to assault you. I think this is just a win.
I assume I'm
we
strong
go.
enough to haul it up.
It's like, between the two of you, you guys are definitely strong enough to like get it all the way to the surface, and
Muscle it at least to the stairs and then dunk, 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 like
you
drag
just
it up.
one by one stare it.
As we get closer, we're tired, sure.
I have done that to televisions in the past, and I fucking hate it. Oh my god, I'm so glad that TVs have decided to go really thin.
Thin and light.
Yeah.
Nika had a TV. She knows which one I'm talking about, and oh my god, I hated that television. And we moved it constantly.
Oh god. It reminds me of a dresser we have with a mirror on the back. And they're just heavy as hell.
My parents used to have one of them Mitsubishi TVs.
Oh god.
You know, the
Big,
big square
thick box.
blocks. Yeah.
Oh,
We moved
god.
that thing a whole bunch.
Sorry, everybody. Just keep going on tangents about fucking TVs and stuff. Batman and Robin. Alright, so yeah, you guys got that done quick. What is you two's next step on course of action? Obviously, lock up the ship.
I mean, the hole. I'm assuming the holes are repaired and the water's out.
Yeah, yeah. Royce took care of
Reset
that.
the
like,
alarms.
absolutely. You can call somebody back. Like, you're both like officers. If you want to call somebody to guard the ship, they'll show up.
Oh yeah. Let's get
Tarkus,
some,
I need you to sit at the ship.
any volunteers from the chat. Come on, I get pulled into games all the time.
Midnight's here, right? You can have-
Oh, we don't have to pull you into the game, but like
Yeah.
you are
No, I
definitely.
mean, like, yeah.
for sure.
A silent roll, but we need your muscle. Yeah. Fantastic.
We
Yeah,
get a
absolutely.
couple reliable people.
Yeah, multiple reliable people because we are putting it back in the.
The water.
We know somebody's. We know people are aiming for the null metal, so now we need to guard the null metal.
Yeah.
And just in case you guys roll ones, I can hurt them.
No. I'll play a card.
Yeah. Well, I'll craft a card and play it.
So yeah, whoever wants to show up to guard the ship, whoever thinks it makes sense that they come and guard the ship, absolutely show up in the chat, and that's.
Quick question.
I might
Can I
hurt you.
play
Yeah, go ahead.
a shield charm on the guards?
Oh yeah, you could definitely leave shield charms for them.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know what, like, in my head, the shield charm, we connect it to the communicator and it gives you a little, like, it gives you the effect of the shield thing. But that's only if we wanted it to be magical. Like, I guess there's no reason that we can't just have bulletproof vests and stuff. But anyway, how do you two figure out what's going on? No, wait. Hazel communicated with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Told you where they're going. Alright. We'll just get there.
Yeah, I'll go show up. They need somebody to break down the door, I'll break down the door.
Can I stealth that way then?
Oh, for sure. It's out of town. Like, it's quite a bit out of town. Like, we are here. Let me show you.
A motorcycle then.
Oh yeah, you just bring all the motorcycles.
Mm.
So it's like this one. This is where the Midnight Doctor is stationed out of. He's not like he doesn't live there alone. I think that's like a haven for some of the people that can't follow Haven's laws.
I was thinking like the island for Misfit Toys, but for non-Haven people.
The Isle of Misfit Fish.
This is reminding me of the land of salt and sea or sand. Like that vibe is what I'm getting from here.
Oh yeah, it is a little bit salt and sand. Like,
oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm not gonna stealth because the last time I stealthed, yeah, that happened.
I thought I was actually back in the city, so I don't think I'm gonna change my approach. I'm just gonna pull up, I guess.
just pull on up.
trying to find you guys as tokens. Like, where did I put you all at the same time?
You know what? We could go in posing as customers.
Ooh, I like this play.
You know, not totally a lie.
Would I need a disguise? Because I can if I need to.
It's like, I honestly could not tell you a reason why you would never not just wear a disguise, because then you get to describe to me a disguise.
Yeah. Because I could go the route of uniform, a membership insignia, or a style of dress. And, like, I don't know if the black market in Haven, like, uses we probably would have been able, or Hazel would know, if they use some kind of a insignia to, like, you know, nonchalantly confirm each other.
Yeah, Hazel,
like
do they have an
secret
insignia?
password? They just have a business card that has a decal on the back, and that's all you get. It's kind of like a graffitied looking emblem that signifies the doctor's info.
Okay. Cool. Well, I definitely want to make a replica of that and have it, like, I guess, I think I'm gonna go like a casual, like suit, as in like open coat. I guess all black bodysuit underneath it, leather pants, combat boots, that kind of deal.
Absolutely. Are we going for like a rival gang are you pretending to be one of these black market people?
I wanna expand his business.
Okay.
So like investor / backer.
And I'll be the muscle.
Angle. Yeah, you're my muscle.
Obviously, I take off anything that looks like it's from the crew.
Your sleeves are already ripped off. It's perfect.
I go shirtless.
Okay.
I let my hair down.
Oh no. You have to curl your mustache under instead of over.
And then from my bag, I'll pull out, I don't know, my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat.
Sweet.
What about sunglasses?
No.
Hold on. Hold on. I need to make sure that I have this correctly.
I love this so much.
Akhana is going out to a new feline merchant friend, doctor, to expand his business. And her muscle is Royce in cowboy boots, pants, and a cowboy hat. Yeah, just that.
Gun show is the gun show, okay? Like, I'm showing up and we're making a statement.
They're steel-toed cowboy boots, right?
I mean, there's spurs.
Yeah.
There are spurs.
There you
Ride
Yeah.
that, doctor.
Clink, clink, clink.
That was the wrong map. You guys are actually right here, but that's the doctor's office.
Creepy.
I've had to make so many doctor's offices because of you guys.
No. I'll get in character when we're in there.
Alright, so 1 second as I was like, I have tons of cat people tokens, but who is the cat person for the Midnight
Cat
Doctor?
Well, what you should do is you just take our good mushroom friend Nicholas and make him a cat doctor.
Oh, man.
Have you not looked
No.
at Tier Loa's map?
Nope.
Check out Tier Loa's map and compare it to the Liminal map. Maybe I don't know. It's a fun Easter egg for the people that like to spend time looking at maps, like I do.
That's all I do sometimes.
Map.
Look at your height maps, baby.
I'm very worried about what you just said right there.
I'm starting to sweat, actually. This is a lot.
Hazel and Kat, what are you two gonna do? Are you going in there with them, or are you hanging out outside? What's your play here?
I'd like to scout out the outside, and probably I'd like to use my blueprint to see if there are any secrets in the building.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Roll me that 20-sider. Okay, alright. Does Blueprints have a list of things that happens when you roll certain numbers, or is it just...
Let's see. Blueprint.
Here we go.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So... I'm just gonna give it to you. You sketch out the whole thing, and this building is like a city under construction, constant construction. It's not done because there's no law here. It's the Wild West in this part of the town. They started to build it up, and then this gang took it over, and then this gang took it over, and right now it's just a mishmash of a bunch of unscrupulous folk.
OSHA violations.
OSHA violations out the ass. It's insane. OSHA in this world is pretty hectic, turns out. We ended up not fighting a boss because of OSHA violations. I really did a lot of work on that boss. But so you basically how Hazel had the map of Haven itself, you now understand the layout of this. In its chaos, you can make sense of it, and you see that there's basically an exit. In every single room has an emergency exit, and the doctor's office it goes down. It has a basement, and then it has a sub-basement. So as Akhana and Royce walk into... sorry. Hazel, were you staying outside as Cat draws, or were you going in with Akhana and Royce?
I will stay with Cat, just to be the backup.
Alright, so you two strut your asses in here in your disguises. Jingle, jangle, jingle.
Mm-hmm.
And the Midnight Doctor is just like, as he's like cleaning up scalpels, he's like, hello! It's like, welcome in, I'm sure you know how it works here. Payment up front, then you list your injury, then I take care of you. If you die, no money back.
Oh, no worries about that. We are not injured.
Oh. That's weird. And like he just like knocks back a shot. He's like, what brings an uninjured person to my office?
I extend my hand for a handshake and introduce myself. Well, hello there, Doctor. I've heard about you from others in Haven. I am Venny Mask, and this is my strong-armed colleague.
They call me the Silver Stallion.
He looks you up and down. It's just like, I bet they do.
I came across your name, and I flipped the business card out of my coat pocket, and then tuck it back in. Just show the symbol and tuck it back in. And I want to invest in what you do.
He's like, well, it's like, obviously, if you have my card, you know how to deal with my particular clientele.
Oh yes, have you met my muscle? I don't travel alone. Usually a pretty straight shooter. I know a good project when I see one, and yeah, it looks like we could get you some top-of-the-line tech, some new tools.
He's like, technology salesman. I was wondering what the angle was here. I didn't know if you had a bunch of wounded soldiers that you wanted me to take care of at a discount. I'm not sure, but you looking to sell me? Like,
yeah, I'm looking at this as an investment for you. Like, I don't have the tech tools. I'm just saying, like, we could get you some capital funds.
Okay.
Yeah, and just maybe like a cut on the other end.
Well, I've got a good amount of money. What I need is somebody to like get the word out about me to like some very like, how do I get connections to those new tools that I've been seeing, like at that fancy hospital, at that silver thimble. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. You ever work in like insurance claims or anything like that? Like any time in your life, not now, but at some point.
I was on the straight up at one point in time. I did the insurance. Like I took care of some insurance from people. Like I accepted it, and then like wasn't getting paid enough.
Yeah, the man will get you down every time.
He will. They didn't let me get the money I deserve. I should be able to charge whatever I want for whatever procedure.
Sure,
And
if
they've got the coin, if they've got the coin to give me 750 coin per pill, they should have to, because that's my asking price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I'm the bad guy. He turns and he like strokes a picture of this big, like a very elderly but very obese cat. And he's just like, "Oh, Big Pharma, where did we go wrong?"
I don't actually laugh, but I want to. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I've had to work some back channels myself to get to where I am, and yeah, it's all about making connections. And so I'm thinking if you open a business with obviously fake name, fake details, but like start I guess sending communications to the hospital saying that you're like a clinic and you need supplies and you're trying to like, you know, ask them if you can get it on their orders or something, and like you could float them like a donation, and then I can front that for you. Also, can I scan the paperwork on his desk?
Absolutely. You see, without any rolls, you see that he has 3 things listed as patient beds, and 2 of them have X's crossed off. Like, and what, like, this is obviously the 3rd one here, and there's nobody in this one.
Okay. I don't really know what that tells me, but okay.
There are 2 people in his, like, he is taking care of 2 people right now.
Gotcha. So our conversation isn't privy. Yikes. Okay. So let's see. I know, obviously, I was given this card from someone in the trade, and I would actually, if I could trouble you for your contact information, I could take with me, and then when I set up the funds for you, I can send them to you and give you a little bit of like backstory that you can use with the hospital.
He nods. He's like, I understand. Okay. And like, as he starts to like give you his contact list, he's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Who did you say you were with?
I'm independent. I mean,
Who gave you the card?
cover my silver stallion. I was, talking with a few of the merchants in Haven. The
He, like,
Pally
looks back and-
merchants, like wink wink.
Which merchant? Now roll me a 20-sider.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tough choice. You can, he will believe you, fully. But this name better be amazing.
Would I
gave you the
remember
card?
the name that Hazel?
Yeah.
said
Whatever
before
name
we
whatever
get this
name
up?
you say right now, he like is a person in the town that he wants that would have it.
Hmm.
Use one of the added characters.
What characters?
The ones that were added at the beginning of the game.
Are we supposed to be whispering right now?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
We're communicating.
Why, this is an incredible clinic you've got here. Starts touching random things to distract him. Vials, yes, I love these.
So do I. And he goes up and he holds up his scalpel that's like got a bunch of fingerprints and stuff on it. He's just like, I love this, all my tools. And he like tosses them down. He's just like, oh. And then he pulls out a spray bottle and he spritzes it off. He's like, I've got a client scheduled in an hour.
Very important clients of yours, I'm sure. Ooh, the decanter over here. Quite fancy.
Okay. I'm glad. Like, I have a flair for style myself. I'm glad that you can pick up on that. It's like the silver pony, was it? And he puts his arm on your shoulder.
Silver stallion.
Oh, I bet you are.
Oh
Yes.
dear.
Lots of people looking to ride, as it were. He tips the hat.
I lost all concentration.
He's just like, no. Let me see those eyes as he tips the hat back up.
Holy moly, okay.
Oh, I see I've caught your interest.
I didn't write down
Hey,
anything.
hey, Akhana, you can write down
Yeah.
whatever you want on the desk
Oh
now.
my god.
Don't you
Great.
worry.
I don't know. Is it a bad play to write down Trogl? No. Noble.
Oh.
Like, it's not the guards. All the only names I have are the guards.
You don't even need the name anymore. Don't worry. Royce took care of that.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Royce.
So
A certain set of skills, but the other type.
it certainly is.
Like, just flirt with him. Keep flirting.
Yeah, you know. You know the guy at around the coffee shop.
Internally, Royce is like sweating profusely. He's never done
Yeah,
this
yeah,
before.
yeah. The coffee shop. Yeah, absolutely. I
Old
remember
star.
Jerry, and he's just like, "Oh,
Sure.
do I need to turn the thermometer down?" As he like runs a finger down like Royce's like
Peck?
not
Jesus.
perspiration, like on his chest.
I flex a little bit, make the pecs kind of like hop a little bit.
Like, oh, you.
Oh no, the temperature's quite fine in here.
The person on the second floor, just one down, is missing an arm. The person all the way down is slowly being consumed by ennui.
Ennui?
That's what it says. Today, the part of Royce was played by Terry Crews.
Of course.
That's only if he sings 1,000 miles.
His
Dun
whisper.
dun dun dun, and I need it. Dun 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 dun, and I need it.
Midnight
Didn't
Talk
think
is
you were
like,
gonna
"Oh."
sing Avril Lavigne today. But okay.
Wait. Yeah, in your display of Peck's dancing and air drum playing, he has fainted.
Oh, excellent. Let's comb the place and get all the information we can get out of here.
Maybe I should have been a spy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, come on, Royce. You're always welcome to hang out with us.
I'm gonna run his pockets.
Cool. You said the guy down there has one arm? Because I want to know who's in this room.
I died.
Oh no!
I love the term "run his pockets" so much. Whenever I encounter it in the wild, it's the greatest thing.
All right, I'm not the only one though.
So,
Wow.
alright, yeah. Hazel and Kat, you two can come in here because
He's-
they can't make an escape. Like, you know where they are. They are below you, based on and Kat has a map of it. Alright, so
Sweet.
I just realized what's about to happen, and I'm worried.
I'm gonna place our good friend here on the operating bed here, and I'm gonna put my cowboy hat on their face.
Are you gonna tuck him in?
Oh, I'm sure I'm drifting through their thoughts already.
You would know
It's-
that when you went through his pockets, but we won't go there.
Wow.
You find a roll of quarters. Oh wait.
Oh no!
Bad, Alan, bad.
I want to clicky on the map.
What? Oh, can you
I can
not?
move my token, but I can't. Can I
Okay.
clicky on the map?
All right. Yeah. All of that is just like set dressing, but like, yeah, you guys can like search through his place. Tell me what you find. Like, he is a black market doctor. Hazel, there is definitely a collection of those drugs that you've seen
Oh,
being
yeah.
sold. All sorts of them.
Can we swipe those? Wait, should we though? Hold on, this guy's gonna wake up. It's not like he's never coming back here.
Oh, he's
He doesn't know who you
he's-
are. You guys
he's
are in
gonna-
disguise.
He's
Ah,
in a
that's
happy
fair.
place, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
All right.
If you need me to, I'll sit
Just-
on
well,
them.
just
I just want records and
the-
information. Sorry, Hazel. What was that?
I was gonna say some of these drugs are kind of enhancers. So, and some of them aren't detectable. So we might want them just for our own use in case they're used against us.
I'm sorry, cowboy hat ruined me.
little something to
Undetectable or
remember me by.
Undetectable or untraceable, that's not great. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, it's a little bit of a risk, but I guess we should maybe take a sample of the things that might be problematic, or things that we can look into to
Oh, for sure, yeah.
like find more information
I think there's going to be 5 of them on it,
on some of the vials.
and these are things that can protect people, but
At a risk.
like they're at a risk. Yeah, they are very, very habit forming. Like, so one of them instantly recovers all of your HP. Like, it's basically a senzu bean, but like that one is the most addictive. Like, if you were to take it, you have to roll a 20-sider, and if you get anything under a 15, you are addicted to this. I think all of these have that effect. Like, then there's one that like gives you the rip like Jesus effect, but if you roll under a 15, like after it's done, your body is slightly worse for it. Like, you have less HP when you come down from that every time. And the only way to get that much HP again is to take another pill.
Ooh.
And there's one that completely gets rid of any magical trace in your body. You feel like you're floating through it's basically wraith form, but in like the opposite.
Like, it makes you older?
It doesn't make you older, it makes you
or more corporeal?
It makes you stop existing on a spiritual level.
No, that's dangerous. What was that one called again?
That one, I think that one's probably gonna be called like void poison. Like, I think I think it says poison right on it, so we know that it's dangerous. That one has the least amount of like, if the pill's in a bottle, there's only like 2 of those in that. I think that's... Wait. Yeah, I think then there's another 2 that are basically whatever you guys want them to be labeled, and then we'll make up what they do.
Ooh.
Because I can pocket those, put them in safekeeping, and give them back to you so you can analyze them.
While
I
we're
want one to
here,
like erase your memory,
Ah,
or like depending on the dosage, days, weeks, or months, or something like that.
Wait, did you just... What? Did you just invent amnesias? Like, from...
Amnesia.
Did you just create, like, anesthetics? It's what they call them in, SCP.
Okay. Sure.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
oh no!
Good.
No,
Good.
afraid of
I'm
that.
so glad.
That's a tool. That's a tool in our back pocket for everybody now.
Okay, there's a little bit of ethics involved in that, but
Good thing I got a whole book about myself.
Oh,
I'm gonna
How
start
about-
doing that. I'm gonna write.
how about
down.
one does that and the other does the other thing? Does the reverse. Everybody else forgets that you existed
Oh.
for the last 30 days.
So wipes your memory, wipes everyone else's memory of you.
These are all very, 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 very dangerous. Like, you guys will get addicted to these if you're not incredibly careful about it.
Oh, that's not good. Nope. And while we're up here, I'm gonna pocket a amputation saw, some scalpels.
Oh Oh.
See, this is what I was worried we were about to get into. We were about to like get into some real Liam Neeson shit.
I really don't want to. That's not my angle.
Anyway, what are all
It's
the
just something
names
to
that we
defend
can find?
myself since we left our weapons
Oh,
in the...
yeah. Info, names,
Take the scissors.
or take the scissors.
It's 2 blades in one. You just break them in half.
Oh, good point.
We have some in-story things with scissors.
It's all right, everybody. There's
Like,
2
they're all
guns
regular.
right here.
Those
Peck
2
flex,
guns
peck
just
flex,
knocked.
All right, all right.
You
He's already
see, like, the
already
Midnight
unconscious.
Doctor is
he
like-
can't be more unconscious.
You know when they have like when a dog has a good dream and it starts kicking its leg out? The Midnight Doctor is doing that like hard. He's giddy up.
Oh my. All right. Can we find out what Royce found in his pockets? His pockets.
I think
Physically,
Does
that
it
is
have-
like a material item. What did I find?
Yeah. No
Um,
innuendo.
I think maybe not magical, but definitely cool is he has a stethoscope that uses like the shell resonance. And like it's very, very well made. Like this is like cream of the crop because he only buys the best. So, but you could use this as a stethoscope or study it and figure out how their
yeah,
shell stuff
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, we're gonna want to study that.
Okay.
He definitely has a bottle of not whiskey. What's a good? I think vodka is a good drink that he would have in his pocket,
A
like a
flask?
local just spirit. Like it's super strong. He took a shot of it earlier.
Yeah.
He has basically the equivalent of this world's Vicodin, a la like House,
We
just
use
in the
lithium.
bottom of his pocket.
Just
That doesn't-
little mints down there.
Right? Just a bunch of like little mints. If you take those, they do not stop HP loss. They just stop you caring. You just don't feel it.
I'm gonna take a few of those. I'm
So
gonna
like
buy a few.
numb.
Apathy.
There's nothing that could possibly go
Apathy.
wrong from Royce having something like this.
Give that back.
No, these are mine.
You're just gonna die and not know it. Stop. You want to be
He
on
doesn't
peace
actually
fire?
have. He doesn't have antidepressants. He has depressants. He has he's been prescribed depressants because he has too much self-confidence. Like everybody is accepted.
He's
Too much self-confidence.
You know, you're too happy. You need to be
The
little
Midnight
depressed.
Doctor needed to like somebody was just like we need to like curb his ambition a little bit. It's a
Wow.
little out of hand.
Okay. He's a narcissist and
hmm
okay.
And a
So-
pharmacist. Sorry.
With the snooping around, would we find anything that monitors the other sublevels?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Hazel, we already said that you've spent a lot of time in Haven and stuff, so you have seen the speakers and stuff more than everybody else has. So like yeah, that is I don't remember what they call them. Like the beep when somebody's like dying situation. What is it? As a
The
name.
heart monitor?
Like a heart monitor doesn't have a different name too though.
Well, the EEGs
Anyway.
are
An electrocardiogram.
There we go.
EEG.
So basically those, but shells, like scratching into like the sand that keeps getting like swiped clean, like those cool like not fountains, like gardens, like sand gardens.
Okay.
So you can see the person in the middle level is heavily sedated because their heart is just like very slow. And the person at the bottom is their heart rate is ridiculous. It looks like it's going 1,000,000 miles a second.
Do they have charts at the end of the bed to identify them or list symptoms or whatever?
They probably do, but their beds are downstairs.
Oh, right.
So we'd have to split up and check each of these because depending on the type of person, they could, if they're heavily sedated, that would be to prepare them for surgery.
Hmm.
If they're not prepared and their heart rate's elevated, it means they're panicking and they haven't been seen yet.
I mean, we can't just unhook them and let them go.
Can we?
That seems problematic.
Let me examine some random people.
What? You're not a doctor.
What are you talking about?
Put that in a lab coat.
Engineer, senior officer Roy.
I have a doctorate from
You
a place
sure
that doesn't exist anymore, but I do have one.
Okay. All
Call
right,
me
go for it.
Dr. Vanderbilt.
I will not.
You're right. I do just grab a random lab coat. It's too small for me. I rip it in half, but I continue to wear
Well,
it.
the sleeves come off naturally as soon as you touch it.
So it's a vest now.
It's the best.
It's just a tabard now. It's split in the middle.
Just, could you imagine
Like a
ripping that up?
scarf?
I was just thinking buttons it back up. Like, what? Arms rip off, seams rip. Like, it's split all the way down the back, but he is still
Side
just...
threads.
He will not stop buttoning it.
Buttons should pop off.
Mm.
They're straining. They're fighting for their lives.
Okay. Hey, it's our friend.
In the first bed. Like, in, like,
Where's
the
this-
second floor.
Sorry.
The first level.
Like, he is in the middle of it. Like, he is heavily sedated. He's missing an arm. He is not in his robes anymore, so you are seeing his body in all of its splendor. He looks like a Renaissance painting come to life. His skin, and if you reach out and touch it, like, which might be weird, but it would feel like oil paint, like like, you know how it never actually dries? It's that on a massive, like, that's how his skin looks. That's how his skin feels. It is slowly shifting. It is clear that he has been sweating as he has changed the color of the bed beneath him.
Where's the seam ripper?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look for. Where is his weapon?
And I'm gonna grab that. I see the knife that I threw at him laying on the table. I'm gonna grab
Yeah,
it.
you get that back. A souvenir.
I'll just say, like, because he had to come in a hurry. He didn't have a chance to get rid of it, and he wouldn't have jumped into the in-between because of where we are. So yeah, I think his habit and the seam ripper are folded up and on this table back there, like, on, like, just sitting back there.
One of you secure that.
I'll
Yeah,
grab the
pack.
habit.
Grab the seam ripper and put it in my blink pack.
What sort of treatments have been done to him so far?
He has an IV hooked into his, one hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can already see it looks like he's been stitched back up. The wound isn't puckered or anything. And his skin, upon closer, like, looking, is more like canvas than it is like, your skin.
I tell Royce I heard it sounded like paper ripping when his arm was coming off.
Yes, makes sense. Being from the folded city and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his chest and then, like, get my face close to him and be like,
Cool.
you should wake up, like, right now.
It burns. Like, you guys start smelling burnt paint as soon as Royce puts his hand on this guy. And he just opens his eyes screaming.
No, none of that. And I, like, give him a little bap on the face. I'm like, I'm gonna ask you some questions. It'd be in your best interest, and I press further onto his chest, to answer them if you want to leave from here.
He screams, like legs kicking out, and then he tries to push you. He's still quite strong with his one hand, and he's like trying to push you back. But Royce is also quite strong. He's like fucking just like bursting with like in pain.
So, are you gonna just keep burning? I can
would like to
apply
start
more
talking.
pressure.
What
All
do I
right.
need to know?
I'm gonna gently lay off of his chest just a little bit. I'll still keep my hand above it. What are your intentions with the metal?
He's like you guys see like the burning like handprint in his chest. It is like healing rather quickly. As like you can see paint kind of crawling over it, over the handprint. But it looks like a different painting. Like his skin, like if take it in all at once, like as though it's not just like skin, it looks like it's a swamp painting. Like somebody painted a swamp with like very thick oils. But now like what's growing in is definitely like a mountain range. And he's like we wanted it because it's a neat little trick that we learned with null metal to command spirits to do things that the spirits would not normally be able to or willing to do. And Gibbet's not making it anymore. That's the last batch of unrefined.
And what exactly are you and your compatriots trying to make spirits do? I'm very curious.
Lots of stuff. As he like waves his hands about like don't touch him. He's just like we can turn some of them into food. We can feed people. Anybody. Imagine anybody starving because of like strange civil wars down in with the ants. They need food? We could feed them. Imagine turning just a rock into just food.
Spirits are not coerced into being food unless they want to be.
Exactly. I mean, what? How do you know what
I'm
they
gonna
want?
make my eyes flare up with blue light, and this be like, I would advise you and your friends to stop.
It's like, okay, all right. Note taken. And he's just like, he pushes himself up. He suddenly looks around and sees like the other three of you, like with bone saws and scissors and scalpels and shit. He's like, oh god. I mean, not god.
You know, I
Oh,
wonder
pieces.
how this dude tastes.
He like pushes back. He's just like, okay. I thought I was under the misunderstanding that you all like maybe a little bit sensible. I thought tit for tat. I steal something from you. You steal something from me. Motioning to his clothes and his sword. It's just like we all walk away, right?
Yeah,
It's just
those are an equivalent, right?
Well, isn't it equivalent eating parts of him?
I'm being sensible by the fact that you're not a pretzel right now.
He does make a good pretzel.
he looks back and forth. He's just like, all right. I mean, I could get you pretzels. And he's just like, he like motions to his arm. And he's just like, haven't I lost enough? And he's
Would
like
you
trying
like
to
to
like
lose more?
I would not like to lose more. I would like to help you guys out. This is like I got caught. I would like to live.
Well,
I saw you all in the in-between. What? You guys aren't that much different than us. We're on the same team here.
this is going to be your only warning from me. Do not attempt to steal any of our valuables again. If you do, I personally will make sure you reap what you sow.
He's just like, all right, we'll stop it. It's just like, sits up. He's like, "Is that it? I promise I'm not gonna steal from you. I can pinky swear."
I hold out one of my pinkies.
You really want to do
And-
that, dude?
He will. Like, he's just like, "All right. I mean,
And I'm just gonna hold him there with my pinky.
Nice.
um,
And like I'm gonna stare into his eyes.
staring into his eyes, he's holding something back.
Mm.
There is something else that he's not telling you."
Seems a bit weird that you're just using souls for food.
Can I just like try to scare him into saying it?
I could flash.
Just like sheer personality.
Oh, how about a syringe of mystery goo, and we can just
Yeah.
inject them with it?
I mean, I've got some poison knives. I'll knock you out for
Jesus
a little
Christ,
bit too.
the rest of you are terrifying.
his hand, like his hand burning. The rest of you is like around him with needles and fucking bone
I mean, I
saws
could have him
again.
collapsed and paralyzed for the whole next day with this purple poison.
It's like, okay. All right. There might be another angle. It's just like, and he's just like, man. Okay. So, you guys have seen News Channel 6.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys don't like them. You shouldn't. We've been feeding them information about you. Just a little bit
Silly.
of offset. It's just fun. It's fun. Who wants to
I flex my pinky. I'm like, who? How?
The Alchemists. So we told you. We met you in them between. You asked us what we want to do. I said chaos. That's what I do. This is all just chaos. I was gonna plant some of you no metal around the town and call you guys terrorists.
We were
That's it?
asked to be in. We were asked to be in Haven. We were being escorted by guards. How do you rewrite what was already happening?
It's not about what has happened. It's what might have happened.
Mm.
You guys brought no metal in there for terrorist attacks. Of course, it's funny. They believed it. They would have believed it.
What's funny is maybe removing a limb or two and just letting you go back as a warning.
I could paralyze half your body.
You know what's interesting about the Seam Ripper? And I just kind of look at him. You know, I've been studying the effects of a Seam Ripper. You know that?
That is very dangerous. You probably shouldn't play with that.
Do you know what happens to a person when they're stabbed and ripped with a Seam Ripper?
I have to hit the button to get it back, but it'll only take a minute.
I mean, yes, I do know what happens when somebody is destroyed with the seam ripper, and all the apologies. He looks at Hazel. He's just like, I'm very sorry. I was hurt.
You will be.
Uh-oh.
I'm personally curious about what happens because I don't exactly have a test subject for such a thing.
Oh, I can tell you. I can walk you through it. If the seam ripper,
Somebody take it out.
he says, no. I mean, it's not necessary. Akhana, you can bring it out for sure. He's like, it's not necessary. Seam ripper goes through somebody. It literally pulls the threads of their reality apart. They get put in the in-between for a while, and sometimes they come back, it says. Or sometimes they come back immediately. Like, there was one time that the person who had it before me, Cluggle.
Cluggle?
Cluggle.
Okay.
Cluggle. He's a great dude. He's like 18 arms. Amazing guy. He had it before me, and he said that one time he hit somebody with it, and with the intention of murder, and then as it passed through, the person became a completely different person right there in front of him. Completely different.
You know, I know a thing or two about becoming a different person.
And
That was a
inanimate
book.
objects.
Let's see what happens when we take your other arm here.
He's gonna try to fight back.
I'm gonna try to hold him down.
All right, now we're just rolling against each. Hold on. This is his. He's just gonna like. This is his panic strike.
Ooh.
Oof.
He just,
Come on,
as
Royce.
hard as he can, clocks Royce in the face.
Ooh.
It'll do 6 damage to, not as hard as he can. The 20 would have been as hard as he can. So he does 6 damage to you with that hit, Royce. But like, you're not down. Like, it just hurts. And we don't need to roll initiative. You guys can just do whatever you want. Like, he hit Royce. He is aiming for the door.
All right, here we go.
He's still
Time to
up the
paralyze
Cross
him.
counter.
stairs.
The target takes the same amount of damage they dealt.
All right.
Oh, yeah, so I can
Is
do
that like, is that Akhana doing that, or is that Royce doing it to him? Like, which one?
Oh,
I mean, Royce is a lot closer. Plus, he's the one who got hit. But I don't mind. I mean, I can.
Yeah, if
That's
Akhana cleared the
interesting.
space between
Glance
the two of you, like
Yeah.
between, like, how does Akhana hit? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What is the wording on that?
Oh, did I read it wrong?
Oh no, it's for my own.
Okay.
The card cross counter and the ability counter can both be used at the same time.
Ah.
Yeah. Why not? I think I have that. I've got lots of cards.
I didn't want to go down this path, but he clocked Royce. So I'm gonna get defensive.
He's very scared.
That's fair, but
That they dealt. Okay. Yeah. I'll play this. Well, I'm gonna roll a 20-sider, I suppose. Hilarious.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah, okay, so it is. This dude punches Royce. Akhana, what did
I
you
don't know. I just
do
want
to
to
him?
shove him. I just want to shove him. I'm not trying to do deadly damage. I just want to shove him.
Oh no, like we don't have to kill. Like here, this guy's really strong anyway. Don't fucking do it, because you guys are about to fucking nail him for like 18.
I'm just trying to take off another arm.
Done.
So the plan here is, he punches me, I punch him back to hold him down, and then they cut off his arm with a seam ripper.
Oh.
So Cat trips him during it. So yeah, he punches you. Akhana pushes him. You grab his arm. Cat trips him, and then Hazel somehow ended up with the seam ripper.
I'm fine with all of this.
I don't want to make you cut off somebody's arm if you don't want to, Hazel. But
oh, she's fine with it.
all right.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You slice off his arm with the seam ripper. Roll me
watching
1d4, Royce.
Cool. I'm watching very intently to what happens here. I'm very curious about it.
Where his arm was, 3 different arms
Oh. Man.
spring forth. Like, none of them match who this person is.
Ugh.
Interesting.
And Trogl looks over, he's just like, ah, I like that one. It's like, it really hurts though. Like, each one of them is from a different painting. Like, imagine like you're walking through a museum and like suddenly that painting had that arms, like, is like all you just hit shuffle.
He's becoming a chimera.
That's a
Like,
problem.
I don't want to be a chimera again.
Again. How many
I've
times
been
has
a
this
lot
happened?
of things.
All right. I don't think anything's gonna come positive from this for further torturing him and possibly killing him. I think we've made our
be
point.
tortured and killed.
You're gonna leave this dude with 4 arms?
I think it's a great reminder.
Okay, sure.
I only have 3 arms. You unless you have my other one.
No, sorry.
No.
Can I get it back? No.
You've
put
got
it through a shredder.
4 arms now.
I have
No.
3 arms.
He has 3 arms on one side.
You have 3 arms. Just find the
got-
doctor and have him transplanted to the other side.
We have
You're
plenty of arms.
welcome.
Let's go.
Oh, cool.
Let's go.
I'm gonna
We gotta
take
go.
medical advice from you.
We gotta go.
I gesture to my lab coat. I am a doctor.
Can't you see his jacket's custom made?
Can I at
God,
least have
so
my
cool.
habit? Do you need that?
No, I kind of want it.
Oh,
Is there anything special about it?
Yeah, let's just go.
it
Let's go.
fit.
This is mine.
It's bit.
I mean, do you want his stink on you?
Oh,
Oh.
good. Does anybody else want this?
The habit
No.
always fits. I think that is its main quality. If
It
you
just
put it on,
fits.
it looks fantastic on you. Well, as fantastic as a habit could look. It doesn't get wet.
Cat, you can use it as a disguise. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna keep it.
You can read
It's mine
people
now.
last
Go.
rites. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah, let's go.
We cut off his arm, gave him 3 new arms, tortured the hell out of him, told him to see a doctor at a doctor's office, stole his sword and his outfit, and I'm just picturing you all like walking out of the room giving him the middle finger.
I mean,
Pretty much.
Now you stay here and think about what you've done, and I don't ever want to see you again. Because if I
We don't
do,
want to have this conversation again.
I'm making you a pretzel. As in, I'm rearranging the bodily limbs that you have into pretzels.
He raises his hand, he's just like, and you see him pull his alchemist patch off and like throw it down on the table. It's like, wait, no, his alchemist patch is on this, like, could
it's
you
on
whip
the
my,
habit.
it's on my habit. If you could just take that patch and just rip it off for me and throw it down. I was really just a display that I was going to stay out of you all's way.
Good boy.
Before you go, I do want to give you one heads up. You're making very powerful enemies.
Not something we haven't done before.
Well,
Nothing to do
somebody's
here.
got to make them.
Same ball game, different day.
We didn't start it.
That's fair.
He's like, all right. Doctor's still just kicking his leg out.
Well, I think we got everything we need from here. Yeah,
We gotta go.
I'm gonna give the
What?
doctor a reassuring pat on the thigh,
Just
What,
grab
no
your
good
cowboy
like
hat.
this?
Let's go.
grab the hat, and be like, "Sweet dreams."
No.
Stroke his cheek.
He doesn't deserve that. I'm not want to put him in a coma,
We gotta go.
and then walk out with the spurs. I'm wearing the cowboy hat, the ruined doctor's shirt, and then the boots and the spurs.
I forgot what you were dressed like while you were torturing a man.
I believe it was clipped. You can go back. It's fine.
No, I'm wearing my regular
yeah.
pants. I don't have chaps on. I got cowboy boots.
He just pictured you in chaps. It's okay.
I mean, I look damn good in chaps. Thanks, Flynn.
Oh, wait, where are the other 2?
Outside contemplating her life choices.
Yeah, it's just like, man, that was a day.
Having
It's just like,
a cigarette after this? Jeez.
that's exactly what I was thinking. It was just Hazel and Akhana
Hazel, I'm
smoking
so sorry.
fucking
This is your first day.
fucking clove
It's
cigarettes.
interesting for sure.
All in a
Well-
day's work.
Don't lose trust in us. I promise it gets better than this. This is a little rough for your first time out.
You know, it was more tame than most of my time out.
So you sweet talk doctors saying sweet nothings regularly.
Oh, they don't even have to be doctors.
So anything with a pulse.
I've never done that before. I had no idea what I was doing.
Did you black out and just like run through the whole thing?
I was on autopilot, so to speak.
Oh, gosh. Great.
Should I try talking to more people like that?
I just want to know, is all of this going to be on our report to Peanut? Because I'm going to get dragged back in the office again.
Here's a little tip for when dealing with Peanut.
Mm.
Just lie.
Okay, I know you've been a senior officer for quite a while, but this is
Some-
new for me, so I'm not going to screw it up.
Sometimes there are things he doesn't need to know. Like what we just did back there. We just leave it as like the ad-libs note. You know,
Yep.
just like we talked to this guy, asked him some questions. They don't need to know the nitty-gritty.
They don't know how. Need to know how we got our information. I got you.
You'll go far.
We're gonna need people to like look into this in between thing, because that was a lot. And of course, the alchemist. I know Kay's been pretty high up on the let's find out what's going on. So,
And
we have to look into all this stuff.
and just out of curiosity, did my listening device happen to pick up anything interesting from?
Oh shit! Absolutely.
clutch.
Okay. Absolutely. You realize that there are the entire like Silverfin's guards thing. They're all very corrupt, and they are being paid off by other people, and like they let people sell these drugs all over the place. But as long as you pay the police, like it's basically a mafia thing. But I don't want to do another mafia thing. But you know, like there are just corrupt guards here. They stick up for merchants. They routinely change the shipping lanes of like who is delivered and who's not. Like Haven looks like a wonderful place for merchants, but really it's super corrupt underneath.
All that glitters
And
is not gold.
it's like, right, and it's just like there are really good people in the town, but you hear the names come up. I will give you the names right now. So who has been mentioned in a bad way on these calls is Silverfin, Steven, Nubbles, but not Bunnels, just Nubbles, and Miss Waveheart. They are all on the council of this city, and they are quite corrupt. And we have met all of those characters before.
That's good to know.
Alright, and before we end this one, Akhana was already starting to do it, but I want to make sure she gets back to finishing it off. What avenues are we going to study for, like, spies, like, information gathering? What information should we be looking out for, Akhana?
Well, the information from Cat, the Haven City Council. Corruptness. How far does it go? Alchemists. I mean, we know they have all of our information. We know they're, I guess, using it to, like, attack our reputation. I don't really know how to combat that, but head on. But we need, like, a...
I think, honestly,
Some kind of
figuring
campaign.
out how they know that stuff does
They-
make perfect sense as well.
Yeah, I thought they told us, like, way back Masquerade-ish time. Like, they told us they have all of our files, all of our backstory, everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They did have. They had up to that point, and now it's just like making stuff up about you.
Yeah. I want to know why. Why? I mean, besides to, like, make it harder for us to make inroads across Echo.
That sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to study. Why are
Yeah.
they trying to ruin your thing?
Yeah.
I'm down with that, absolutely.
Well, now we have to. Yeah, I don't know what information we're gonna get now from Trogl's arm, but we have that. We have all the samples from the drugs from the lab or from the doctor's office. We have. I mean, all of that will go to labs and the science groups to get studied. See what that gives, what information that gives us. And I think we want an inn in the black market in Haven, just for listening purposes. So
I could set up a little something with our friend.
The Silver Stallion rides again.
Yeehaw.
oh dear.
This pony got a ride.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. I
Write
look
it
forward to
down,
having
Hazel.
more awkward scenes like that in the future.
People walk into Royce's room unannounced, and he's in the getup. I'm the Silver Stallion. Yes, and just looking in the mirror. And he turns. He's like,
What?
"Oh, you saw nothing." Injects them with the thing to forget.
I'm the Silver Stallion. Clippity clop. Clippity clop.
Right. So you're gonna be schmoozing the doctor. Cool. If he asks about me, just say like the funding fell through or whatever, because I'm not following up with him.
Will do.
But you feel free to remain in contact.
Be
The
pen
doctor's
pals.
gonna wake up. Oh, sorry, go
Full
ahead.
contact.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna look into how the alchemists are getting their information. We did
why.
save, and why? We did save all of your stuff. None of you guys' stuff are stolen. So, Kat, your motorcycles are definitely being shown around town.
Nice.
Because, like, you said they were there, so they were there. Motorcycles are gonna catch on like Vespas.
Ow.
Oh man, is this just a city of Vespas?
I'm gonna help
Would
Kat
you-
at the workshop when the orders come rolling in.
What's this private bunker of science?
Oh no. Oh no.
Is that in the silver thimble or is that here?
In the silver thimble.
Okay.
No,
Very
I'm not putting
worried.
it here. I can't get my stuff quick enough.
Good news, everybody. Royce has a secret private bunker of science.
Oh dear.
I was actually going to sketch out the dimensions for that place eventually.
Can we put hazard signs on the outside just so everyone knows?
That
Nobody
wouldn't
will
make
know
it
where
very
it is.
science. And that
I
wouldn't
will
make it
know
very
it is.
secret.
Exactly.
I will know where it is.
It just keeps moving.
How do you keep a secret from a spy?
Go ahead and try.
I have my ways.
Okay.
It's just, it says for science, but you go in there, it's just fucking disguises that Royce likes to wear.
It's all the outfits
Really
you've given me.
So he really has gotten into it.
With his own mechanical bull.
Oh,
I want
man.
that
That
to be at
photo
least-
shoot equipment.
Yeah, I want there to be at least a couple of the ripped in half too small doctor's vests.
So this is where I just make content for my OnlyFans? Is that
Yeah.
it?
It's just like,
Your
Yep.
OnlyFins. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh Lord.
I thought you said only
what
Flynn
you
for a
guys said.
second, and I was
Oh,
just like,
my
a subscription system that is only for Flynn
That's
is very
only
funny.
that's only if that's consensual.
That's the finger guns
I
and
was
every
trying to make
little-
a fish head joke.
Royce is just fucking. Royce is basically catnip at this point.
Yeah.
Professional cats choose Royce.
9 out of 10 calicos prefer.
I'm so sorry.
It's like turns out that blue just really, they can really see
that
it.
blue, yeah.
This is gone places, everybody.
Ooh.
We go into Flynn's office. Flynn's workshop is just a poster of Royce.
I think they said they have something like that.
Signed.
You go.
Great.
You try to go in, they're trying to cover it up. Like no.
Silver Science Daddy. Oh no. He's a zaddy at this point.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Hazel, for playing your first game.
Yay!
Thanks for having me.
I hope this sets the tone for the rest of your games that you play.
I do.
We're not
I
as
hope this
horny as
sets the
Royce,
tone.
I'm just saying.
It's not supposed to be this horny most of the time.
There were cards made to help combat this behavior.
But you all did amazing. I love the fucking like world building we did in this one. I also love a direction that I know that the intelligence portions of the crew is aiming towards. Like those are the questions we're asking for you guys. Don't worry, for your science and engineer folks, those games will be coming up. Like Kay's game, at the end of that one, I will probably be like, all right, science and mysticians and stuff, what are we doing? Like, what are we focused on? So yeah, I will do a really quick recap of today's game because a lot of stuff happened, but not a ton for a recap. We were in Haven. Akhana was meeting up with her new subordinate Hazel, who has been gathering information on future other towns. Also, Hazel, I would absolutely love, and you did an amazing job with it today. I kind of want to do that with other places. Like, if you're in a game, I'm just going to assume that you were in that town first, scouting it out, so you can tell us what's in that town, if you want to. If you feel good, if you feel comfortable with that.
Sure.
Because I just like that dynamic. Like, I kind of send you somewhere, and then you come back and tell us about it. So, we met with Hazel. Kat and Royce were on the sub. Sub was getting robbed by one of the alchemists known as Trogl. He slapped Royce in the face with a tentacle, then got poisoned. Took the null metal, but had to leave the silver. Akhana ripped his arm off. And Hazel scratched at his face. He dropped null metal into the ocean and ran away. We very easily just kind of walked downstairs and got the null metal back. Kat and Hazel ran through the city and onto the rooftops like Batman and Robin, while also planting a listening device onto some corrupt fish officials. And then, because we learned that there was a midnight doctor that the Trogle was going to get himself patched up. You guys went there. Trogle was sedated. We seduced the doctor. Sorry, Royce seduced.
Thank you for the record.
The doctor into giving him all the information. The doctor did. He also had a lot of drugs on him that are incredibly dangerous, but very powerful. So, And if the crew decides to start replicating those, please let me know if and when you start doing that. I need to know that one well ahead of time. They then, after the doctor passed out and they took everything of value from him, they went downstairs and tortured Trogl until he promised to leave them alone and did an experiment to see what would happen if you cut off his arm with the Seam Ripper, and we discovered that the Seam Ripper does not write you out of reality. So, if that was what you were trying to do, the Seam Ripper is not what killed Joaquin. We know that now. It merely rips you apart and you get put together a different way. And then the crew just kind of left him alone after stealing his clothes. So Kat has a habit that fits all the time. It also doesn't get wet and cannot be stained.
Good, I hate doing laundry.
Does Hazel have the Seam Ripper?
Yeah, I have it.
Hazel's currently holding the Seam Ripper. I would recommend maybe locking that up and not using it as a weapon. But if you want just a fucking little ragey squirrel to have one of the most powerful items in the game, I'm down.
Because I would be very selective in using that. Because I don't want to constantly give someone 2 heads or something like that.
Oh, also, I can whip reality asunder and leave giant gateways to what we call the in-between.
We may need to use that as a study instead of a weapon.
Yeah, cat wearing the if you draw a cat wearing that, it is gonna come a very bondage nun, I think. Very just like this is a known fetish.
Go all Hellraiser with it.
Like there is a group of people that are very happy with this. I know what you said. Oh, you talking to Warlord there? Okay. So yeah, thank you guys so fucking much. That was a riot of a game.
Y'all did amazing.
Haven's gonna be new and exciting.
Wow.
Also, we know some things about Haven. So yeah, that game went really cool. Thank you guys so much for playing. I think. Okay.
The next game is on Tuesday. This coming, so not tomorrow, but the day after. Which is Talali, Clem, Kui, and Rosie, which I'm sure will be a perfectly normal session with absolutely zero shenanigans. And I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah, it's a real good palate cleanser after this one. Just like it's gonna be good to just we got those four to really just put us right back on track, guys. Right back to just standard missions. Just we're gonna get it done.
We got things done.
You did! You fucking stopped the robbery! I didn't even think we were gonna fully stop. I did not think we were gonna remove that piece from the board completely. Or get the seam ripper.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, guys. Mission accomplished.
Woo!
Right? And we had some light torture.
Just a touch. Just some sexy torture. It's fun.
Just to let you know, I did not partake.
I tried to end it. But okay. Royce is gonna Royce.
Yes.
Royce is gonna Royce.
That's true. That is
Thank
how it
you.
works. Not very
Yeah,
good at
okay.
playing the
Yeah.
Artifact card. If you have any of the world building cards, play them now or whatnot. That's fine. Get them out there so that we know who has them, so we can ping you to do your rolls sometime this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Now with that, we're gonna heck off. So bye forever.
Goodbye forever, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light, for work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Rennick the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse.